Welcome to the Taking Care of Tutu podcast. I'm your host, Meg Obanoff. Please remember to press the follow button so you can get updates each time we post a new episode. And for today's episode, we're so excited to have King Van Nostrand with us. He is making, if you're listening on audio, he's making happy moves with his hands. He works for a nonprofit here on Maui called Nā Hoaloha. And we're looking forward to learning everything that they do. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me, Meg.
We're happy to have you. We used to be neighbors many years ago on Church Street, right?
Yes, we were neighbors, but you've moved on to different avenues. So right around the corner.
Yeah. And we used to have you help us whenever we needed a witness or a will. We were always calling over it. Do you have someone who can come up here? Great. So tell us all about Nā Hoaloha, how long you worked there, and sort of what kinds of things you folks are doing.
Great. Thank you for inviting me to the table. I'd love to discuss things about Nā Hoaloha. We're a volunteer-based nonprofit here on Maui. Been in business for just over 29 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
And it was started because there was a need in the community up in Kula for somebody who had broken their leg and needed some food delivered. And Sister Rosalani, who was the sister up there at that time, asked the congregation, is there anyone who could bring this woman a meal? Is there any volunteers? And people in the community, in the congregation started raising their hands. And that was the first request with Nā Hoaloha, was to have some food delivered. And it's just grown ever since then. Nā Hoaloha is a volunteer-based organization that provides supportive services for older adults, homebound older adults, with supportive services so they can live independently and without isolation. The supportive services that our volunteers provide, friendly visits, telephone reassurance, perhaps maybe a ride to the doctor, perhaps a grocery delivery or food bank delivery. We are branching out when our community has asked for different requests that we're used to, such as landscaping and mowing the yard. But we have volunteers. We have over 400 volunteers across Maui County, Lanai, Molokai, the Hana community, and of course, Maui, that are looking for opportunities to give back to their community. So asking to have your lawn cut was kind of an easy request for Nā Hoaloha, because we're working with our MEO Youth Services that, one day a month raise their hand and say, we want to help people in our community. So I gathered my intergenerational volunteers, and we've been cleaning lawns for 7 years.
Have you noticed an increase in the services required of you since the Lahaina wildfires?
Unfortunately, I have. We have a Monday morning meeting here at our office because we like to discuss things that have happened in the previous week and things to look forward in the following week. To keep something on our radar, I need you to check out something. Kathleen, I need you to go to Lahaina and check out this participant. So after our Monday morning meetings, we were checking out our survey that we send out in June, but we were looking at it in April, thinking maybe we should change our survey just a little bit because the needs have changed. People have more food insecurity issues and more housing insecurity and HUD and those type of social services that are being eroded these days. So we decided to put on our survey, do you make under $2,000 a month? Because if someone says they make under $2,000 a month, maybe Kathleen could go into their environment and to see why they can't get the minimum of $1,900 a month or $2,000 a month. Or if someone has $21,000 a year in income, why they don't have SNAP or why they don't have other services through Medicaid, Medicare, Maui
Yep.
County Office on the Aging. So
Yep.
the navigators has allowed us the key into the door to find out what's going on in their world, to maybe stop it from festering or getting worse, or maybe even improving the situation for them.
Great. So providing some additional advocacy, particularly in the category of what benefits they might be eligible for that they're not currently accessing.
Correct, correct.
That's
And
great.
and you may not be eligible last year for SNAP, but they've raised the limit this year, so you may be able to qualify for an extra $20 this year.
Yeah.
$20 is a bag of rice and, a
Yeah.
couple of sodas. So,
Yeah.
uh, living on a fixed income in an environment that has very volatile inflation on everything we do in our lives, between
Mhm.
food and grocery and gas and electricity and fuel, everything is so expensive. Living on a fixed income, it's very, very challenging.
Give training to the volunteers that is specific to issues that seniors face, like cognitive decline or anything like that?
Well, okay, that's Judy again, because Judy really has a good pulse on our volunteers. Every
Mhm.
volunteer goes through a vetting process.
Mhm.
Besides learning about Nā Hoaloha, we want to know about the volunteer who's going to be representing our organization going into people's homes and people's lives.
Yeah.
So, of course, we do background checks, DMV checks, criminal checks,
Mhm.
all before they sign up to be a volunteer. If
Yes.
if they pass all of those, and then Judy will invite them to an orientation where they have a 2-hour orientation about the do's and the don'ts and protocol and what seniors like and what we expect out of you, and please don't do this type of stuff. Um,
Mhm.
and then at that time, Judy will either give them a certificate or ask them to please come back for another meeting. And then
Mhm.
at that point, we put them on a match list. So we
Mhm.
have a match list with all the volunteers, with all of their things they like to do. They like to drive. They like to work in the morning. They want to work on the south side,
Mhm.
groceries, and they love library. So they put that into the database and bing, 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 boom. They spit out a volunteer who has similar, they have a participant that has a similar requirement.
Great.
And that's how the cycle starts.
What type of like oversight role do you or Judy have? Like if Judy sets up I'm assuming if you're setting up a volunteer to do a drive to drive someone to a doctor's appointment, that someone from not Aloha is calling to confirm that the day before with both the volunteer and the participant.
What we do is we take the request from the participant and we put it out there on our platform.
Mhm.
We call it the volunteer opportunity sign up sheet, which
Mhm.
lists everything available out of our office in
Yep.
date order. And you can uh, filter it out by area. Like you only want to work on the south side, or you only want to work with females, or you only want to work during this week. Um, and then once the volunteer commits to that and pushes the button, I commit, then a notice goes to Judy, who and then sends the detailed information about the participant, such as her name, her address, and her phone number. We don't give that out right away because of HIPAA rules. We,
Yes.
we just say, woman in Kihei needs ride to Waialuku on this date.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Until a volunteer commits and we have a one-on-one, we don't want to post anyone's personal information on a public website.